Hello and welcome to Instructionless, the channel where we build LEGO sets without any instructions. Today we'll be building a set from the Harry Potter collection. The Sorting Hat has told me I would do great things in Slytherin, and that means we're assembling the Slytherin house banner. This set comes in at 349 pieces, but what does that look like in LEGO? This will be a fun challenge. But before we get started, let me get my wand. We are in the wizarding world after all, so why not use magic to our advantage? With sets like this, I always like to start with the best part, and that is the little LEGO minifigures. In this set, we have Draco Malfoy, Blaise Zabini, and Pansy Parkinson. Alright, enough parlor tricks. Let's get straight into building. First thing I noticed that I thought was really cool is this awesome holographic backplate. But we don't need this right now, so let's get started on assembling the top archway of this build. I decided to start building this top section because it would act as the keystone for the rest of the build, holding it all together. I really like how the designers created this crest using these 1x1 studs and these 1x2 slope pieces to make the shape of a crest, using the Slytherin colors of gray and green. During this part, I noticed I needed some 1x1 bricks, but the only 1x1 bricks that I could find had these studs on the sides, so I'm assuming that they go at the back and will be needed to hold that holographic card in place. I'm also assuming that these 1x4 bricks with studs on the back as well are used on the areas with the hinges, and these will be used to connect to the back plates of the banner and hold the doors together. The nice thing about this set is that it's very two-dimensional. So there isn't much guesswork I need to make regarding parts of the build that I can't see when using the box as reference. And after placing a few more pieces, I think it's time to move on to a different part of the build. This next section really caught my eye, and that's the fireplace. I really like the creative use of bricks that help add a lot of detail and character, like using these small circular pieces and taller cylinder pieces to give the effect of a carved pillar on each side of the fireplace. It's got a very simple design to it, and I really like how they position the skull at the top. And here's a little sneak peek of what the finished build might look like. With that part complete, we're on our way to the next section, which is assembling these pillars. If there's a LEGO set you want to see me build in the future, let me know by leaving a comment below. And if you're enjoying the video so far, be sure to hit that like button. When doing a build the Instructionless way, I like to keep things simple. I start with sections of a build I know I can accomplish easily. That way when I get started on more complicated parts of a build, I have less pieces to sort through, and it makes assembling those sections a little bit easier. Right now I feel confident enough to start assembling one of the doors that make up the banner. This section has a lot of really unique designs, such as a bookshelf and some fun portraits above it. Right now though, I'm really having a hard time trying to wrap my brain around how to assemble this bookshelf part. No matter which way I orient these 1x2 blocks, I can't get them to sit flush together because of the studs. But then it hit me like a ton of books. If I put a 1x2 plate on each end of these 1x2 blocks, the spacing is just enough so that they can sit next to each other perfectly. Now I just need to add a few more blocks, and specifically this 2x2 with studs on the side, and build it out just a little bit more before I can attach it and finish assembling the rest of this door. Yet another really cool feature of this entire build is the fact that this bottom piece of the banner can swing up and helps to hold the common room interior upright for display. Also, I just wanted to stop and take a second and really admire this piece. I might sound a little old when I say this, but back in my day, I didn't have any cool smooth plates on the bottom with studs on the top. I'm not really one for doing mock builds, but I imagine there has to be a fun way to use pieces like this in one. Anyways, with that done, Let's get started on assembling the other side of the banner that features the entrance to the common room on the other side. I don't know what it is, but there's a certain part in every build I do where it feels like the pieces just want to keep jumping off of what I'm working on. But with enough persistence, I'll force these bricks to do what I want. Right now I'm struggling a little bit with how to do these stairs. I need to keep in mind that this section folds up to form the staircase, but also remember that when I tilt it down and go to close the banner, it has to be low enough to not interfere with any other parts of the build. I think it's good for now, but only time will tell once we put it all together. I saved this interior section for later because I thought putting it together would be fairly straightforward. Unfortunately, that's not the case. There's only a few pieces I have left to work with, and I'm struggling to figure out how to place the bricks to get what I want. I decided to take things apart to see if I could rework it, but still wasn't happy, and then I took it apart one last time before I landed on something I liked. It's aspects like this that I really enjoy doing the Instructionless way. Sometimes you don't get what you're looking for, and not everything goes as planned, but that doesn't stop it being an enjoyable experience to try and figure it out. And now with the majority of the build assembled, we can start bringing it all together. I've never assembled a Lego build like this into smaller sections before to be assembled later. It's not the most practical way to assemble a build, but it is very enjoyable. I can really start to see this set come to life, and I'm very excited to almost have the entire banner done. And now that there are only a few pieces left to work with, finishing the top section of this build is a lot smoother. And now that I'm able to open and close the banner, it's time to put the details on the front to make this a true Slytherin banner. It's really exciting now that I get to put this 3D piece on the back and see how it really brings the whole build to life. But the common room wouldn't be complete without some extra furniture to help make the place feel a little more cozy. Now I don't know about the rest of you, but personally, I don't think stickers and Lego really mix well. I remember when I was younger, I used to put stickers on the Lego, but then felt like I could never use those Lego bricks for anything else unless I removed the stickers or kept it to that very specific build. With all the stickers in place now, the build is done, and all I have to do is round up the remaining pieces to see what we have left. Not bad. The Slytherin common room was described as a dungeon-like room with greenish lamps and chairs. The dungeon extended partway under the lake, giving the light in the room a green tinge. The common room had lots of low black and dark green button-tufted leather sofas, skulls, and dark wood cupboards. Reading this description and seeing the build in front of me, I can't help but think that the builders who created this set did an excellent job at capturing the feeling of the Slytherin common room in wonderful Lego form. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, happy building.